Peepers, what's going on, man? It's your boy Mike coming to holler at the married people today, the married couples and the dating committed relationship couples. Before we get into the video, I want to put this disclaimer out there, right? Because today we're going to be kind of talking about a very sensitive subject for a lot of people. That subject being infidelity, cheating on your spouse, stepping out of the relationship, whatever you want to call that. So let me say this real quick. I do not feel that it is right. I don't think that it is justifiable in any way to cheat or to step outside of the relationship of the covenant that you've made with your wife or your husband in front of God, and in front of those who you decided that you wanted to share that moment with you. I don't think that that's right under any circumstance. I don't think that there's any circumstance that you can justifiably say that, yeah, you're right, you should have cheated on that person. Okay? I also want to put out there that I feel like this. If you feel that you can't control yourself and that you're no longer attracted to your spouse, or you can't be faithful to your spouse, just leave. Just leave. Just leave. Because if you don't, what you're gonna do is you're gonna cause a long-standing chain of events that is gonna cause a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, okay, to your spouse and to your family. All right, so don't drag them through that mud because you aren't strong enough to curb the urge to step out of your relationship. Okay, so with that being said, let's get into it. Right, so a lot of people, a lot of couples, a lot of married couples are dealing with spouses that are cheating on them, and they know it. They know it. And they feel, some of them feel defensiveless, like there's nothing I can do. I may as well just deal with it because I'm not going to find nobody else who thinks that I'm, marriage material or whatever the case might be. These instances happen every day. But I want to kind of shine some light on why they happen. Shine some light on what your options are. I mean, the options are pretty obvious, but some people don't know. Some people don't feel like the options are obvious. So I'm going to kind of talk about that a little bit. So there are two types of cheater, okay? There are two types. There you have the cheater who just can't control themselves. They're addicted to sex and they like sex with multiple different people. They enjoy having multiple partners. This particular type of person told you that this is how they were through their actions while you were dating before you got married. So you knew. In some way, shape, form, or fashion, they gave you a sign or indication that this might be who I am, or they just blatantly came right out and told you, yeah, I like sex. I like sex with multiple people. That's just my thing. I'm addicted to it, kind of deal. Some people are that honest, and they told you, and you made the decision to marry that person. So in that particular instance, if you made a conscious decision to deal with someone's infidelity or inability to control themselves, you're part of the blame for having to deal with someone cheating on you. Okay? You had an option. You didn't have to put yourself in that situation to where you have to deal with someone's infidelity. You knew they was cheating on you when you rolled up on them and y'all was dating and you seen his car at another chick house. And she wasn't his sister or his cousin or nothing like that. You knew what it was because you seen them kissing or you seen them in an intimate moment. Okay? And you decided to ignore it and deal with it anyway because he fine. Girl, he got a Benz. He drive a nice car. He got some money. Okay? It's amazing what money will make us deal with. You'll degrade yourself for a couple dollars. Okay? So this particular kind of cheater, you knew. Whether they came right out and told you or whether you found out while y'all were dating, you knew. And you made a decision to enter into marriage with this person anyway, hoping, praying that one day they'll change. And when that hope and that prayer doesn't come to fruition, now you're mad at God like he did something wrong. He didn't make you do that. You did that. You decided to open up that door, open up that can of worms. So now you have to deal with that. The second kind of cheater is someone who was forced in that situation because the relationship is lacking something. Okay? Okay, so understand, all people, everybody who cheat, every man and woman who cheats doesn't cheat because they can't control themselves. Sometimes you force them into that situation because they came home from work, try to talk to you, and you wouldn't say that. You wouldn't talk to them. You told them, shut up, leave you alone because you're watching the game. And it forced them into the company of someone else who would listen. And they continued spending intimate time with that person, and over time, cheating happened. Okay, so these are two totally different situations. In both situations, you had a part in that. Rather, either you neglected your spouse or you ignored the warning signs before you got married. What are your options? Leave. If you're not happy, if that's not something that you can deal with, I mean, you have a decision to make. You can either stay and continue to get your feelings hurt and continue to get yourself beat up emotionally, or you can make a conscious decision to say, you know what, I can't deal with this. I thought I could, but I can't. Can't deal with it. It's not a good feeling waking up in the morning and you saying you going to work, but I can't believe that anymore. I can't believe that's what you're doing because you've done cheated on me so many times that I don't know I don't believe that you're going to work. I believe that you're probably going to go meet up with somebody else, get you a little quick morning fix, and then you might go to work. Okay, so, and there's nothing wrong, hear me, there's nothing wrong. If you and your spouse really want to save your marriage and it was a one-time thing, it was a mistake, get some professional help. There's nothing wrong with sitting down with someone who's certified, who went to school for family marriage counseling, to sit down with them and let them help you work through those issues to get yourself to a better marriage, if that's what you want to do. Okay, but whichever way you want to take it, you have a decision to make. Because you are too valuable and you have too much purpose and too much reason for being here to continue to allow yourself to be hurt. So either fix it through counseling or remove yourself from the situation and save your sanity. It's people out here killing folk over women and men, when you could have saved your sanity if you would have just made a decision. Just make a decision. Okay? As African American people, we look down on counseling so bad, like it's just such a terrible thing. It's meant to help you. And if counseling isn't something that you think is going to help you, then you have another decision to make. You either going to stay and continue to deal with what you're dealing with, or you going to make a decision to say, okay, it's just best that we go ahead and call it quits, to let bygones be bygones, no hard feelings. We can co-parent if there's kids involved, but I can't deal with this with you. Okay? So think about that. If you out there and you dealing with a spouse who's not faithful, don't make yourself crazy dealing with something and not getting no help or making a decision to make a better situation for yourself. All right. So that's my 2 cents on the issue. I hope it helps somebody. I do still have copies of the book. Grab your copy. All right. Peace and love, man.
I know they see you when they want you. I know they see you when they want to make you who they want you to be.